Questions I have about random things.
I'm listening.
Evolution of dairy products. What do you mean you just kept letting it mold and now we have pepper jack?
Cheese wasn't invented by a single person or in a single moment. We think it probably emerged by accident very early in human history, something like between 8,000 and 10,000 years ago. The most widely accepted idea is that early herders stored milk in containers that were made from animal stomachs or skins. And these naturally contained the enzyme rennet, which causes milk to separate into curds and whey. So when milk was carried or stored for a while in these warm containers, it would naturally curdle. So by accident, people may have discovered that the solid curds were edible, long-lasting, and easier to transport than fresh milk. So this would have led to deliberately replicating and controlling the process, which gradually developed into cheesemaking. And then as farming spread into Europe and other regions, different cultures adapted the basic idea in their own ways. And bonus fun fact, the oldest direct physical evidence of solid preserved cheese dates back to around 1615 BCE, and it was found on mummies in a desert in China. And yes, I mean on, as in the mummies were smeared with ancient cheese. Delightful.
Sneeze is 1/8 of an orgasm? Is that a scientific measure?
No, there's no scientific basis for this. A sneeze is a reflex action that's controlled by your nervous system, and it happens when your nasal passages are irritated by dust or pollen and so on. An orgasm is completely different. It's a complex neurological and hormonal response that involves the brain's reward system, sexual arousal pathways, and a release of neurotransmitters like dopamine and oxytocin. I don't know where this myth comes from, but if you believe it, bless you.
The concept of picturing them naked for helping with public speaking?
The idea was famously attributed to Winston Churchill and popularised by an episode of The Brady Bunch. The premise is kind of sound. It's basically a cognitive distraction technique, redirecting attention away from fear-based thoughts, but there's no evidence that it actually helps, and in fact, it has been found to probably actually increase anxiety by making the situation more awkward. Beware of pop psychology.
A turducken. Who thought, this bird's pretty good, but what if we fucked it with another bird? Wouldn't that be better?
A turducken is a dish where a chicken is stuffed inside a duck, which is then stuffed inside a turkey, and it originated in Louisiana's Cajun country. The concept of stuffing one animal inside another dates back to the Middle Ages, but the roots of the modern turducken are Chef Paul Prudhomme became an American phenomenon thanks to NFL broadcaster John Madden, who famously ate one live on air at Thanksgiving, which led to it becoming a staple food. Most people in the UK have never heard of this dish, so fellow Brits and Europeans, I'm sorry if you found this information to be foul. Keep asking questions and never stop learning.